Hey everyone, have you ever stopped to wonder if there's more to our reality than just, what we can see and touch? Well, today we're going to explore an ancient map of existence that might just completely change the way you see everything. We are diving deep into the Buddhist cosmology of the three realms. So, think about it. Is our reality really just confined to the physical stuff around us? Buddhist philosophy has a pretty radical answer. It suggests that our experience is just one single layer of a huge, multidimensional reality. And here's the kicker. It's a reality shaped not by some outside force, but by our very own state of mind.
So to guide us on this pretty incredible journey, here's our roadmap. First, we're going to get the lay of the land, understand the overall map of existence. Then, we'll zoom in on two of the most important realms. After that, we'll look at how you can actually move between these states of being. And finally, and this is the important part, we'll see why this ancient map is maybe more relevant than ever to our lives today.
Okay, so let's start our exploration. The first thing you've got to get your head around is that in Buddhism, reality isn't just one single flat plane. Nope, it's this vast vertical landscape of different states of being, and they're all connected by the universal law of cause and effect. This entire landscape is known as the Samgye, or the three realms. You can think of it as the grand stage of reincarnation. But it's not about physically traveling somewhere. It's all about the quality of your consciousness, your state of mind, which is shaped by your actions, your karma, and that determines the world you actually inhabit. So these three realms, they form a kind of spiritual ladder. Down at the bottom, we have the realm of desire. That's where we are right now. A step up from that is the more refined realm of form. And then at the very, very top, you have the most subtle state of all, the formless realm. It's a state of pure consciousness, literally no physical shape at all. It's this path of potential progress for the mind, leading to these ever greater states of peace and, ultimately, liberation. So let's start right at the beginning, in the realm we all know and, well, the one we know, the realm of desire, or yokye in Korean. This is our world, the world of humans, of animals, a reality that's completely defined by our senses, our physical bodies, and all of our basic needs. This really breaks it down for us, doesn't it? Our world is fundamentally defined by our physical bodies. We're talking flesh and bone, distinct genders, and a powerful sexual desire. And to keep these bodies going, we need what's called dansik, which just means physical food that we have to chew. It's the reality of our day-to-day existence. Now, from a Buddhist perspective, our world, even with all its pleasures, is ultimately described with these three powerful words: coarse, painful, and an obstacle. Why? Because our physical bodies and desires, as familiar as they are seen as fundamentally limiting. They're a source of attachment, of suffering, and a barrier to reaching higher states of consciousness. So if that's our realm, what lies beyond it? What's up the ladder? Well, if a being can actually transcend the attachments of this physical world, it's possible to be reborn into a radically different state of being, the realm of form, or sekye. And just look at the contrast here. It's incredible. The beings in this realm, often called celestial gods, are totally free from sexual desire, so they have no gender. Their bodies aren't made of flesh, but of pure light. And get this, look at what sustains them. They don't eat physical food. They're nourished by chuksik, sensation and contact, and sasik, which means thought and intention. In a way, their consciousness itself is their food. I mean, the shift is just profound. It's a total transformation from a coarse, dense, physical existence driven by instinct to this sublime, subtle, purely mental one. Everything that defines our world, eating, sex, our heavy physical bodies, it's all gone. It's replaced by a state of being that's almost beyond our ability to even imagine. And so, naturally, the description of this higher realm, Jungmyo-ri, is the polar opposite of ours. It's described as serene because it's free from the chaos of raw desire. It's sublime because of its refined and subtle nature. And it's liberated because it has moved way beyond the heavy chains and limitations of a physical body. So the big question is, how do you make this journey? How do you climb that ladder? Well, it's not about luck or getting a favor from some higher power. It's a deliberate psychological process. It's about completely re-engineering your mindset, your values, and what you choose to focus your energy on. So this is the crucial part. It's an active mental training. First, you have to really clearly see the limitations and the suffering that are just built into the physical world. Second, you have to genuinely want something better, to aspire to that serene, sublime state. Now, when you combine those two, you get this mindset called欣上厭下. It basically means you learn to rejoice in what is above you and develop a kind of healthy aversion to what's below. It's a conscious choice to completely reorient your deepest desires toward a higher purpose. Okay, so this might all seem like some really abstract, ancient cosmology, but its real power is how you can apply it personally. This map isn't really about some distant afterlife. It's a guide to understanding your life, right here and right now. And this right here is the absolute core takeaway. This whole cosmology is a law of cause and effect, and it's governed by your own mind. What you truly want, what you spend your life's energy chasing, whether it's physical pleasure, stuff, or inner peace, that directly shapes the reality you will experience, both right now and in the future. This slide just illustrates it perfectly. You can think of these realms as psychological states that you're in and out of all day long. When your mind is totally consumed by craving, anxiety, and attachment to the physical world, well, you're living in the realm of desire. But when you experience those moments of deep peace or focus or creativity where you're free from physical distraction, you're actually getting a taste of the sublime reality of the realm of form.
So, at the end of the day, this ancient map becomes a kind of mirror, and it reflects a really powerful question back at us. Based on your thoughts, your deepest desires, and your actions in this very moment, what realm are you choosing to live in? What kind of world are you actively creating for yourself? And what's the highest reality you can possibly aspire to?